Were the cast expected to jet set around the world during a pandemic? Which rule gave us the famous Peter Kavinsky and Lara Jean pocket turn? And which strict rule have most of the cast members already broken? Hi, I'm Janet. Be passport ready. There really is no better way to usher in the season of love, aka the month of February, than with the third and final installment, To All the Boys. And it's clear that the producers at Netflix aren't holding back. They've given us the trailer of our dreams, behind-the-scenes photos of our favorite on-screen lovebirds that have us reeling with FOMO, and they've promised to drop the rom-com a few days before Valentine's Day. Basically, To All the Boys is already the gift that keeps on giving, and they aren't done giving us some pre-Valentine's Day treats for all the singles and couples alike. This time around, they're not only taking us behind the scenes or making us wish we had our own Peter Kavinsky. This time around, they're spilling the tea on all the strict rules that all of the cast members had to follow. And well, there are quite a few. With To All the Boys quickly becoming one of the most anticipated movies of the year, it's no wonder that the creative forces behind the Netflix hit are making sure that the cast abides by these rules. Like, did you know the cast were expected to have their passports ready months in advance? Yup, they'd be jet-setting for the third movie. Productions were moved overseas in order to capture a new country for the third film, and it was none other than Korea. Now, if you're a true stan, then you already know that the Covey girl's late mother was from there. And so, to stay true to the third book, the cast had to make sure that they were able to travel to Korea, where a large part of the movie was going to be filmed. And they totally loved it. We spent a lot of time in Korea shooting. We were there for so long. I hope that they just show a lot of Korea, Condor told ET Magazine. But it seems Condor has nothing to worry about because the producers seem keen on having the movie fully explore all that Korea has to offer. According to reports, it was important for producers that they authentically showed Korea and truly celebrated the culture. So, after an extensive check through airport security and several suitcases filled with the most enviable wardrobe ever, the girls were off. Thankfully, filming To All the Boys, Always and Forever, happened before the coronavirus outbreak. So, the cast was not expected to fly and film during a global pandemic. Thank goodness. So while we eagerly await to see more of their epic adventure in Korea, it seems Lana is helping ease the dreaded wait. To hold us over until the film's premiere, Lana decided to treat us to a cute photo of her time in Seoul, Korea. And we are totally obsessed. Excuse us while we go and buy that exact same dress. Be ready to improvise. You know how on most movie sets the cast are expected to stick to the script? Well, that rule doesn't apply on the set of To All the Boys, Always and Forever. Fact, the cast is actually expected to improvise, and they do it all the time. Do you remember Lara Jean's first rule in their contract? Absolutely no kissing, but Peter is allowed to put his hand in her back pocket? Well, it turns out that during the couple's debut scene, where Peter adorably spins Lara Jean around to face him using her back pocket, was totally improvised. According to the film's director, Susan Johnson, he did it in rehearsal and I was like, that is beautiful. We're going to change the shot around. But that wasn't the end of the notable improv scenes. With an A-list cast like this, and 2 movie deals later, it's clear that the cast is definitely feeling a lot more freedom to play around with their characters. And it seems that Noah is having the most fun when it comes to exploring his character Peter. Do you remember the scene where Kavinsky is having a pillow fight with Lara Jean's little sister, and he moves the bowl of popcorn out of the way? Well, just add that moment to Noah Centineo's list of awesome made-up scenes. But Lana was also going to get in on the improv fun too. Condor and Madeline Arthur totally made up their entire conversation at the ski lodge when they were chatting about Chris attending an EDM concert. So, as you can tell, being able to think on your feet and embrace your character is an absolute must on the set of To All the Boys. We can't wait to see what scenes they improvise in the third film. Avoid a scandal. Alright, are we even surprised that To All the Boys immediately got a green light for a third and final film immediately after To All the Boys, P.S. I Still Love You dropped? Well, they have a few reasons why they had immediate success, and it had a lot to do with the amazing cast. They're all super talented, good-looking, and most importantly, they all have a pretty good image in the public eye, and that isn't just a happy coincidence. That's exactly how producers wanted it to be. When it comes to the famous franchise, it seems that the only drama they are willing to accept is the drama that has been written into the script. Beyond the 4 walls of the film's set, all of the cast members are contractually expected to steer clear of any scandals, and for obvious reasons. Now, as you have already probably seen, this cast seems to keep things pretty squeaky clean. Or so we thought. Yup, there is one rule that the cast of To All the Boys have broken, and it's keeping out of major scandals. Now, if you are a true fan of our channel and loyal subscriber, make sure to give that subscribe button a tap if you haven't already. Then you know that we just recently released a video looking at all personal dramas of this cast, and they are pretty hectic to say the least. Now, we won't say too much on how most of the cast have gone on to be in some rather public scandals, but just know that Ross Butler is in the middle of a conspired murder trial, and Noah Centineo had a drug addiction. But again, you'll have to watch our video to get all the insider tea on that. So given the fact this has clearly been the one rule that this cast has openly broken, it seems that the film's PR team has had to work overtime. Their jobs circle around making sure that every cast member keeps their personal lives, well, private. This means that no drama or scandal can interfere with the film's successes. So if you are unaware of any of this cast's personal drama, then it seems the PR team for To All the Boys is doing a pretty stellar job. Pre-approved posts. Look, we all love a good behind-the-scenes moment, especially when it comes to the cast of To All the Boys. I mean, can we just reflect on how cute Lana and Noah are, even when they aren't filming? Now, before you go shipping them all over again, even though they are totes not dating, did you know that all of their posts that relate to the movie have to be signed off by Netflix executives? Just picture this. You are Lana, taking a selfie with fellow teen heartthrobs Jordan Fisher and Noah Centineo. And right before you go and post the image to all of your millions of followers, you've got to send the post to the film's producers. Well, this isn't so much a fantasy as it is a reality, because this is exactly what has to happen with every single cast member. Before giving us all of the best fanfic content, kickstarting the John versus Peter debate, and getting us all revved up for the final film, all of their social media posts have to be pre-approved. So why can't they have full control of their own social media pages, you may ask? Well, the producers aren't exactly trying to be a buzzkill or super controlling either. They're just trying to protect the storyline, while they totally want the cast to get us all amped for the new release. Spoilers can't exactly be leaked. So, to save them the stress of having to get everyone to immediately delete a post, which we all know looks super shady, they just have to make sure that the posts are all PG, and that they don't expose any key storylines that we may not be expecting, especially because they know how true fans can be. We notice everything. So we kind of understand why they have enforced this strict rule. Always look the part. On the set of To All the Boys, the cast members aren't just expected to act the part, but they need to look the part too. A major aspect of reviving the romantic comedy means keeping all of the characters looking the same, which means making a few changes to their physical appearances. Starting with Noah, it seems that when Noah isn't playing Lara Jean's beau in the film, he tends to embrace a more rugged look. From growing out his hair, to later shaving it or letting a slight beard grow out. When Noah isn't filming, let's just say he doesn't exactly look like the Peter we know. But that isn't to say that he doesn't still get everyone's heart racing. And as much as he may love looking a little rougher around the edges in real life, Netflix producers want him looking squeaky clean when the cameras are rolling. This means a quick visit to the barber to get his Peter hairstyle back. He is also expected to be completely clean-shaven too. But don't think the producers have forgotten about Lana. Oh no, she also has to look the part. Well, in real life, Lana definitely looks a lot more mature in her clothing choices. When she is back on the set of To All the Boys, she has to let the clothing designers dress her, and she doesn't get much of a say in the matter. If you look at all the fashion-forward outfits Lara Jean rocks, it seems pretty easy to let other people dress you when they know their fashion. In fact, her mid-90s fashion inspo isn't a happy accident. According to the show's designers, Lara Jean's whole wardrobe is inspired by the 90s classic film Clueless, which, if we're being honest, has one of the most iconic wardrobes. As for the rest of the cast, each member has to ensure that when they arrive on set, they look as close to their characters as possible. So, if they've dyed their hair pre-production, they've got to dye it back. If they have gained or lost weight for other films, they are expected to go back to the weight that they were in the last film. The idea here is that everyone needs to look the same. So even little Covey, aka Kitty, has to maintain her younger appeal with glasses and a youthful wardrobe. Producers share how this rule is important in ensuring that the cast look visually believable in their respective roles. Because if they don't, then the whole entire movie is ruined, and no one wants that. Which of the on-set rules shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to give this video a big ol' thumbs up. Thanks for watching!